going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my Dark Magician profile update for the new March 31st, 2017 ban list. Since the release of the ban list, I've been getting a ton of messages on Facebook and YouTube asking for a lot of deck profile requests, and you guys all know I will answer all your requests and prayers. I got you guys on a lot of deck profile updates for new upcoming ban lists. You guys can count on me to update the deck profiles for you guys. So today, I'll be profiling for you guys my Dark Magician and what I believe is going to be the best list that can compete against the next upcoming meta. Zodiacs are a little bit slowed down, you know what I mean. ABCs are still going to be viable. DDDs are, you know, a little bit more viable now because, you know, Zodiacs did slow down. We also got Infernoids, Paleozoic, and things like that. So I have main deck cards that combat against today's meta the best and what I believe is the, you know, best card choices against the upcoming meta. So hopefully you guys enjoy this deck profile. If you guys do not like some of my card choices, that is okay. Make sure you guys just take a look at my deck list and use it as a guide on what you guys can play in your own deck list, because everybody's deck list is different. Everybody has their own different play style. But if you guys like my play style and want to understand on some of the cards that I do play in the deck, make sure you guys stay to the end of this video because I'll be explaining to you guys all my card choices. Without further ado, let's just start with this deck profile. And if you guys definitely want to get your invoked playmat to support the channel, make sure you guys message me on my Facebook page. Get your, you know, invoked playmat today. I'll showcase you guys a picture over there. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Start with the monster real quick. Of course, Mago Negro right here, triple Dark Magician, absolutely amazing. You know, if you guys are playing a, you know, Blue Eyes or Dark Magician oriented deck, you definitely must want to play triple Dark Magician. It is the essential monster of the deck. And shout outs to all you Portuguese players out there. Mago Negro right here, amazing. First edition Mago Negro, always had it, and I'll never get rid of it. And then, you know, so triple Dark Magician, triple Magician or Dark Illusions. This card is essentially your Dark Magician on the field, but it has an amazing effect during your opponent's turn. So if you activate a spell and trap card or an effect, so if you activate Eternal Soul's effect, you know, during your opponent's turn, you can basically special summon this card from your hand. And if you special summon this card from your hand while you have like cards like Magician's Circle, you can basically banish a card on the field, which is really amazing. And the secondary effect is that if you activate a spell and trap card or effect while this card is face up on the field, except during the damage step, you can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it. So this card allows you to put more pressure on the board and also helps you access to more rank 7 XC's play, which is really awesome. So triple Dark, you know, Magician of Dark Illusion, and it's also your allure target as well, which is really nice. And for the, like, you know, the best monster of the deck aside from Dark Magician is you want to play triple Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod is, you know, your Stratos of the deck and is your key searcher to search basically all your important Magician spell and trap cards from your deck to your hand. Cards like Magician's Navigation, Eternal Soul, Magician's Circle, all those cards are really important in Dark Magician, and you want to see this card in your hand as quickly as possible. It's also a dark, so if you see multiple copies of this card in your hand, you can basically use it as your allure target. And also a secondary effect is that if this card is in your graveyard during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell and trap card or an effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can tribute one spellcaster type monster and add this card directly from your graveyard to your hand. So this card basically recycles itself, which is really, really awesome. And if you tribute Dark Magician and you also have Eternal Soul, you can always revive back your Dark Magician with Eternal Soul, which is really awesome. It's triple Magician's Rod, and you know, for our one-ups, you want to play one Magician's Robe. This card is essentially your fourth copy of Dark Magician, and during your opponent's turn, you can discard one spell and trap card, special summon one Dark Magician monster from your deck. So this automatically tutors out Dark Magician directly from your deck, which is really awesome. And the secondary effect is that during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell and trap card or an effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Magician's Robe once per turn. So one copy of Magician's Robe. I wouldn't want to play multiple copies of this card because this card can essentially brick. So you don't want to brick, you know, yourself. So to minimize yourself bricking, you want to play only one copy of Magician's Robe, and it's a pretty good card for your fourth copy of Dark Magician in the deck. And then for our one-ups, I do play the, you know, the one Kaiju the Ghost Destroyer. I still am in love with this card. This card is really amazing. The reason why I play this card is that, you know, each time this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can remove up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard. So, you know, it helps, you know, it removes the frogs if you're playing against the Paleozoic matchup, which is really awesome. So Kaiju is really good for that. And the really important thing about this card is that this card can be tutored out off Magician's Navigation, which is really important. So you can go Magician's Navigation, Kaiku, Dark Magician, and that's already a really good board right there. As long as this card remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot remove any cards in either graveyard from play. So basically, against the Inferno matchup, they basically can't banish their graveyard. So this card is actually very powerful against the Infernoid matchup. So one Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer, and last but not least, the one and only the Maxi. Unfortunately, that Maxi got hit, but we still definitely got to play one copy of this card. This card is really good. So basically, whoever sacks Maxi off in this format basically has the upper hand and the advantage. So Maxi is definitely a really important card to play. For spells, you want to play triple Dark Magician Circle, Dark Magical Circle. I mean, so this card is really amazing. It essentially helps you dig deeper into your deck for your Magician spell and trap cards, which is really nice, and also has an amazing banish effect during either player's turn, which is really awesome. And you can also set plays of Dark Magical Circle and Allure of Darkness as well, which is really nice. So you basically stack cards. Return them to any way that you want. So you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, then you can reveal 1 Dark Magician and 1 Spawn Trap card that specifically lists a Dark Magician amongst them and add it to your hand. Also place the remaining order of the cards in any order that you want. So this card can help you set up allure plays. Double illusion magic, really amazing. Helps you search Dark Magician monster directly from your deck to your hand, and you want to see this card in your hand as soon as possible, so that way that you can combo off your plays with Eternal Soul and things like that. So illusion magic, 1 Dark Magic Inheritance. This card is really good because you guys don't know what its effect is. That you banish 2 cards from your graveyard, auto 1 Spawn Trap card from your deck that lists Dark Magician in its name. Once you want to use your draw power cards such as Pot Duality, Pot Desires, Allure of Darkness, this card basically becomes a free add because you are going to banish those useless spell in your graveyard to add your Dark Magician card from your deck to your hand, which is really awesome. So 1 Dark Magic Inheritance is really good, and 1 Dark Magic Attack. This is only 1 copy that you guys needed because it is searchable out of Eternal Soul, and once you already resolve a Dark Magic Attack, you should already be winning the game regardless. So Dark Magic Attack is just really broken, and that's pretty much it for your Dark Magician's spells. And guys, if you guys notice, I am using Ultra Pro sleeves and also like KMC sleeves right here. I do have mix and match sleeves, but if you guys are going to a tournament, any tournament, local or like a regional tournament, please make sure you guys have the same sleeve. The reason why I am using different sleeves is because Max season, like my Zodiac deck. So I just decided, just because they're all white, so I just decided to put it in here. It's because a lot of you guys have been asking me, Sam, how come you have different sleeves? Do you use at regionals? No, I don't. I do not use different sleeves in the exact same deck if I am playing in any tournament. So just a heads up there. So because these cards are used in my other deck, so that's why I didn't bother switching them. So my apologies for that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for Dark Magician spells. Off to our 1-ups, 1 Regeki. Really good. The reason why Regeki is actually really good is because Zodiac can still make their board, but you know what I mean. So they can still make their board consistently. You can activate Regeki, and we'll have a really hard time recovering because Rat is at 2. So Regeki is just a really good card overall. Double Pot of Duality. Let's go out to our draw cards. Duality right here, really amazing. Double Pot of Desires, and last but not least, double Allure of Darkness to round off our spells. If you guys do not have money for Pot of Desires, that is okay. You guys can up the Allure of Darkness to 3 and up the Pot of Duality to 3. That's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play, but I feel like the 2-2-2 ratio is definitely the best ratio that works towards my playstyle the most. So that's pretty much it for your draw power of the deck. Really good draw power cards. Let's go off to your traps. Triple Eternal Soul. You guys don't know what this does. Really amazing. Protects basically your monsters, your Dark Magician monsters, and it's unaffected by your opponent card effect, which is really amazing. So Eternal Soul is really good, and you guys just definitely want to play around cards like Twin Twister the most with cards like Magician Navigation. A lot of you guys forget that Magician Navigation has the effect to basically banish itself to negate a spawn trap card on the turn while you control a Dark Magician, which is really good. So you want to be smart when using Magician Navigation to basically try to protect your Eternal Soul as much as possible. So Magician Navigation is definitely standard in the deck. Triple of Eternal Soul and Magician Navigation. Eternal Soul helps you search out your Dark Magic attack and basically helps you put pressure on the board with Dark Magician monsters. So that's pretty much it. Off to your meta cards. Double Dimensional Barrier, still really good against today's format. Call XYZ on Zodiac. They basically lost a turn. Double Solemn Strike, 1 Solemn Warning for our 1-ups, 1 Skill Drain. Skill Drain is really good because most of the time you are playing Dark Magician beat down anyways. So Skill Drain does not hurt this deck at all. Skill Drain will rather hurt your opponent more than it'll hurt yourself. So Skill Drain is just really amazing in the deck in my personal opinion. And last but not least, you want to play 1 Drowning Mirror Force and 1 Storm Mirror Force. The reason why I do play the Drowning Mirror Force is because just in case if they do get rid of my Eternal Soul and I do wipe my whole entire board, my opponent is now vulnerable to Drowning Mirror Force, so that way that if they attack with their monsters, all their monsters will be shuffled directly to the deck, and once they're Storm Mirror Force to run off our trap lineup. So that's pretty much it for our traps. Let's go off to our side deck real quick. Side deck is all up to personal preference, but this is what you guys can consider playing. So double DD Crow for the Infernoids, double Artifact Lancia, double Dark Hole, you know, double Xyz Universe. The reason why Xyz Universe is good in this deck because you have a lot of rank 7s and you're playing against Zoo. You're gonna summon 2 level 4s. You get Xyz Universe, bring out level 7 like Red Eyes Flare Metal, which is really amazing. Double Starlight Road for your to counter your own Eternal Soul. Double Inferno Wall, 1 full Force Rise because your Dark Magician is 2,000 or more defense. And last but not least, triple Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries to round off our side deck. Okay, and let's go off to your extra deck real quick. Extra deck is you don't barely go into the extra deck, but this is what you guys can have. So you guys have one Stardust Dragon to basically use for Starlight Road, one Ebon High, one Ebon Illusion, double Big Eye, you know, one of the XCs that you actually go in the most, one Gaia Dragon, one Red Eyes Flare, one Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack. Go into these cards right here with Xyz Universe, which is really, really awesome. One of Phantom Knights, a Break Sword, Dante for Cherry's target. These are Cherry targets right here. Really good. Cherries. And last but not least, you are playing the Kali Yuga for your Xyz Universe, which is really, really awesome. So that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this deck in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this deck profile, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. You know, this deck is so far working really well for me, and I predict that this deck is going to be pretty good within the upcoming format to basically play, you know, against especially Paleozoic. This deck has a great matchup against Paleo. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. That'll be amazing, guys. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright, guys. Peace.